Hey guys, in this one, I want to show you how to use the City Index app on smartphones. So I'm going to go through all the features of the app that you can use. City Index offers CFDs and spread bets, but I'm going to go through all the different features that they have in the app. I'm going to go through watch lists and also all the charting features, and then putting in some trades and editing those trades as well. If you want some more in-depth City Index tutorials and trading tutorials, I will link some important videos in the description below, so definitely go and check those out. But let's start using the City Index app. You can sign up for a demo account with City Index, and if you want to sign up for a live account, then of course you'll have to go through that sign up process. What's great about using the iPhone app is that you can use Face ID to get into the app. You can use Touch ID on Android phones if you have those. You can see as soon as I opened it, it scanned my face and it let me in. So I've got my account set up right there. When you're new to the app, this is how it's going to look and be set up. But there's a lot of things we can change. Let's just first go through the dashboard. This is really the overview of your account. So it's going to show your profit and loss from trading. This is obviously going to change once you have a lot of positions open. In my account right now, you can see that I have 10,000 net equity. I don't have any margin. I don't have any trades open, that's why, but we're going to do that in a second. So I've got 10,000 available to trade. You'll be able to see all your open positions and all of your active orders right here. Open positions are orders that you have completed and are currently holding. Active orders, these are trades maybe where you've input some limit orders. They're working for you, but they haven't been executed as yet. Down below that, you've just got some popular markets. You can't change this. They're just popular markets on City Index. As we come through to the watch list page, so we can press this icon, this is what it's going to be like first off. You will just have a bunch of popular markets. You can actually get through to this watch list page through the dashboard. So if I go back to the dashboard, then come down to popular markets, as you can see, just press that. It's going to take you straight over to that watch list page and the popular markets tab. Up at the top of this page, you can see some really important information, the amount of cash that you have on account, your running P&L, and the total margin that you have as well. If you press this arrow, this drop box comes down. You can change these around. So right now you can see the margin indicator and your net equity. You can actually press these things on the right-hand side and move them around to either being visible or hidden. You can change these around just as you want. I'm happy with these three options though, cash, P&L, and total margin right there. Also, if we press this option again, so we press that arrow in the top right, you can see that big yellow box there, fund my account. So if you want to quickly and easily add funds, just press this option. It's going to take you through to the account funding page, load that up for you. Won't do that for now though, so I can just press back on here and go back to the watch list page. The plus button is a find new products or markets button, and it's a plus button because you can easily add these to your market watch list. So if I press this plus button, it's going to come up with a search bar. I can then easily search for a market, and you can search for stocks as well, pretty much anything that's available to trade. So if I just type in either the stock's ticker or the name of it, so if I type in Apple and then press search, these are all of the products that we can trade that are linked to Apple. You can then press the star icons on the side to add it to your watch list very easily. I just have one watch list here to add it to new watch list. So I'm going to click on that one, press save. That is now done. Then if I press done out of here and go back to the new watch list page, you'll see that Apple is right there for me. If you want to edit and add other watch lists, that's this button right here, create a new watch list, just by pressing here to enter the name. So I can put watch list 1 like this, press create watch list, and now that is an option for me. So we have new watch list 1, and popular markets. You can also change the layout of these watch lists. So right now we have the sell and buy sides. So we have the spread of each, you can see. And what's really great is you can see the actual spread between them as well, because City Index does have spreads and CFDs. So it's interesting to see the actual spread between bids and offers right there for you, so you can see how wide that is. You can press this icon here and it will change it to the chart for you. That might just be more interesting for you to have a look at and gives you a good idea of how the chart is moving. If we press that icon once more, it goes back to the original layout, and you'll notice that there's not really a search bar here. So if you really want to quickly search for a stock, that option really isn't here, but it is in the City Index app and we can get it. What we'll do is go to the More tab right now, down on the bottom right, so press that, and there's a lot of options here. I can actually go to the edit option in the top right hand corner and press this. Now, these are all of the icons that you can use on the bottom row as shortcuts. So what I'm going to do is take away the positions tab because I don't need to see that. It's in my dashboard anyway that I can see easily. So what I'm going to do is press and hold the search icon, as you can see here, drag it down to where the positions is, and then let go, and that just swaps those two items. I'm also going to take away the add funds button because that is an option in the drop down tab. I don't need it there all the time. I'm going to replace it with news. So again, do the same thing. That's now replaced. I can press done to save those changes. And now for me personally, these icons just are better laid out. If we go down to the settings tab, just to show you, this is where a lot of important features are. Press settings. You can change your password here. You can also enable close all positions. So if you had a lot of positions, you could close out of them very quickly. You can also choose your theme here and the page that you will land on when you log in. You can see that here, and you can change that to any of these screens. You can also set up your push notifications here as well. If you set up price alerts, or if you have an order that's working and is executed, you can get push notifications from the app. Let's come out of here though, and let's go and search for some markets. We'll come down to this search tab that we've added, and like I did before, we can search for something to trade. If we just stick on Apple, you'll see that there's a few different products that you can trade with Apple. So City Index does this differently to most other apps. In most apps, you'll either have a CFD account or a spread betting account. They will actually be separated off, so you know that whatever account you're in, that's the products that you'll be trading. City doesn't actually do it this way. You only have one account, and each different product like CFDs or spreads are traded separately as different instruments. So you can see right here at the top, Apple Incorporated CFD, that is the contract for difference. So if you want to trade CFDs, you have to choose this option. If you ever want to trade spread bets, in City Index, it's called a DFT or a daily funded trade, otherwise known as a daily funded bet, depending on what provider you're going with. Just be sure to know the difference before you start clicking and trading on something. CFDs and spread bets are shown. So if I click on the Apple DFT, I'll now be trading a spread bet in Apple stock. We'll get onto trading in a second, but let's come back out of there. Another way to make sure that you're trading the right thing is by filtering. So again, we'll just search for Apple and then go to filter by, and you can switch on or off the different products. So let's say I want to trade spreads. I can make sure that CFDs and options are turned off. Then we go back and we just have the spread bets now, DFT as you can see here. And then you can trade some spreads in some future settlement prices, DEC 20 in March 2021. Going back to the filter by, if I just take these spreads off and then switch that to CFDs and go back, you'll see that we just have the CFD available to trade now. Super important that you know how to filter these and that you're trading the instruments that you actually want to trade. And the other way to find products to trade is just to go to the browse feature. And this is going to give you all of the markets that you can trade on City Index. So if we go to browse all markets, you can then really drill down into the product you actually want to trade. So you can search FX, for example, and then all major FX currency pairs. It's just going to give you all of them here. So a lot of US dollar, euros, sterling, as you can see here. So you can just search for them that way. Let's go to the trading screen and make it simple. So we'll go back to search and let's trade a spread bet in Apple stock. So we'll press the DFT. This is the spread bet. In the trading screen, you have details, alert, news, and market info. Details is really just going to give you the bid offer right here. So this is something that you're going to have to press if you either want to sell and go short or you want to buy and go long. And you just have a very simple chart down here. If you want to set up a price alert for Apple, you can do that very easily. Just enter a price. So I can have a price alert at 11,390 like this, press done. I can then set the good until, so maybe good until cancelled. So that price alert is going to stay in there all of the time. If it jumps around, you'll get alerted a lot. You can press the time right here. I don't want to press the time, and I can just press set alert like that. And then that alert is placed for me, and it will give me an alert in the app if I have notifications turned on. Coming back into the Apple spread bet though, we can go to news. This is obviously just pertinent news with relation to Apple, so you can see this as you wish. Market info is really great information as well, and I don't see this in many apps. You can see the margin information for Apple. So you can see right here that up to 2,340 shares, you have to put 20% margin down. If your position is much bigger over that amount, you have to put down 50% margin to trade the spread bet. Really great to have that information right there for us. You can also see the trading hours for the stock, which is great. Any order information, additional information about the stock. That's really great because not every stock, not every market has the same margin requirements. So it's good to see just how much margin you need. As a general rule, the higher quality and more liquid a market is, the lower amount of margin that you will need. Let's come back to the chart then. So we'll come to details and we can see a simple bar chart right here. You can change the candlestick tick amount right here. So at the moment, every candlestick tick is 15 minutes. Change this to whatever you want. I'm happy with 15 minutes. So we can just select that right there. If you change the chart around, zoom in or zoom out, very easily undo that by pressing this icon here and it will go back to the standard view. Let's get a more in-depth look at the chart though. So we can press this icon right here to maximize the chart, and the order book you can see right at the top there. So we can actually do loads of different technical drawings on the chart. You can see the percentage moves right here, the low and high for the day and the change on the day. It's all really good info. You can also make some quite in-depth drawings and they're all here. So a very simple trend line, we'll click this one, press trend line. You can just press somewhere on the chart to begin like this. So you press once and then drag it. And then the other trend line, the second time you touch, will be created. So you have two big circles and you can click and drag these wherever you want to create that trend line. It's pretty simple. Not going to draw a terribly accurate trend line, but you get the idea. And on the left-hand side, you can see you can definitely change the colors, the thickness of the line, and other settings on the line as well pretty easily. Just press once more on the chart to get rid of all those settings. Your line is right there. You can press it once more on either of the ends, come down to the bin right here, and that will just delete it. If I just turn the screen landscape as well, it will change with you so you can get a better idea of the chart. Just drag round to resize it. There are many more technicals that we can use. This isn't a charting tutorial, but it's right here. You can see a lot of different technicals that could be used. You've got Fibonacci retracements here. Elliott waves is on the app as well. So all of the technicals are in here for you. You can even add text and some drawings as well right here. So there's a lot of different icons that you can place on the chart as and when you like. You can put them on like this pound sign and you can press the pound sign, move it around, make it bigger. Not sure why you'd want to do that, but it is all there for you. You can also compare other stocks with this one as well. So if I just press the compare button, then I can go and search for the company itself. So press here and I will just put the ticker in of Tesla, press done right here. You'll see Tesla Motors and I want the DFT because I'm trading spreads right now. So I can press that. Now coming off, you can see the Tesla price right here in orange. So it just gives you a quick overview of the different price movements of those two stocks. You can also trade on the chart as well though, which is I think a really great option. So let's go back to portrait mode. We're just going to get rid of the Tesla comparison by pressing the X right here. And I want to press this icon right here and I can actually go long or short the stock. If I want to go long Apple, then I can press this long position icon right here. And let's say just pressing on the stock right here and it will open up this trade for me. You can actually see the middle icon is where the trade would be opened. The bottom circle is where a stop loss would be set. And the green portion obviously would be my profit. And the top circle would be my take profit price. The order would be opened on City Index for me at the level. So if I take the middle circle, which would be my opening price, I could then move it around. So this is me essentially setting a limit order at a certain price. You can see that price on the right hand side, 11,356. So it's a little bit above the current price. You can move that down if you want to set a limit order. You can also change your stop loss very easily. So that would be the circle on the bottom. You can move it closer to your entry level or further away from your entry level. It's a really great way of visualizing your trade. So the middle portion, the price, wherever you want to set that, your take profit can be whatever you want, drag it up or down, and your stop loss wherever you want as well. If you're happy with that trade and that's really accurate to what you want, you can just come up to here and enter the quantity. So the amount of money you want to trade per point, for example, 1 like this, press done. Then you can press the order button right here and your trade at the price and also the stop loss and the take profit would all be entered for you into the system. We won't do that for now though, because I'm going to go back out of here, go into the initial trading screen and show you some options here. So let's say I want to go long Apple stock and press the buy button. You can see the sell and buy orders are color coded. So you'll know exactly when buy and sell are highlighted so you don't make any mistakes. You can see the options here, trade and order. Trade is a market order, so you won't be setting any prices. You'll just be trading at the current market price and all you can enter is your quantity. So maybe you want to bet $1 per point or £1 per point, you can do that. A stop type, as I explained on the chart, is the level where you want the trade to be closed out. Usually this is just closing out any losses. The trade is moving against you. You can put this as a price figure, a points figure, or a P&L figure. So really easy. If I lose £250 and the trade moves against me, then City Index will automatically trade out of my trade. Limit is kind of misleading. This is the name that City Index gives to take profit amounts. So if the trade moves in your favor, then you will automatically be traded out when it hits a certain level. You do not have to input stop or limit types, but you may want to. Again, you can just put this as a profit and loss amount. So if the trade moves in my favor and I make 250, City Index will automatically trade out for me. What's really great is that it also inputs the points and the price for you automatically, so you don't have to do anything there. You can see how spread bets work because the quantity is 1. So I'm trading £1 per point. And of course, 250 points would be £250 at £1 per point. You can with City Index as well go into a guaranteed stop. You can see right here though that there's actually a charge for this. For City Index to guarantee a price for you, they do charge you a little bit more for that. So you will have to be paying a little bit on top if you want a guaranteed stop. You don't have to do this though, like I said, you can just have it at normal. Moving over to order, this is where you can input limit orders. You can see the biggest difference here is that there's now a price right here that you can enter. So if I'm a buyer and the price is a bit expensive for me right now, I can enter a limit price that is lower than the current market offer. So let's say 11,350 and press done. The price that I want to pay is much lower than the current offer. So this order cannot be executed right now, but I can put it into the system and let City Index work it. I'm just going to do £1 per point right here. You can enter stop losses and also take profits as we did before. Again, City Index call this limit for some reason. Down at the bottom, you can see create OCO and place order. I'm actually going to change the order quantity right here to 0.04 like this. Have my price at 11,350 below the current price and press place order like this. That order is now confirmed. It's a spread bet. I can go to view my orders now. You can see I have an active order in the market. It hasn't been executed because the price is too low, but it is working for me. I don't have any open positions because that order hasn't been executed. Going back to my active orders, you can click on this to edit it. You can click on the quantity and the price at any time, change that exactly how you wish. You can press update order down at the bottom. It's going to update that for you. Or if I press the back button, you can very easily just delete this order if you don't want it anymore. Press this bin button, press delete. That won't be working anymore for you. I'll press OK on this one. Then we'll go back to our search page and I'm going to hit the Apple daily funded bet. Once more, press on the buy button. Now I'm just going to execute an order at market. I'm happy with the quantity. I don't want to stop or a limit, so I'm just going to place the trade. You can see the margin required for this trade is £91 and the amount I am trading per point movement is 4 place trade. And that is it done for me. So that has been executed. It's an order at market. There are no limit prices in there. So it has traded for me. Go through to view my positions. And now this is an open position for me because I have opened this trade. So I don't have any active orders because this has been traded for me. So you can see it right here. And if you had 100 different orders and positions, they would all be listed here for you. You can see your P&L right there next to your open position, which is really great. If you want to press this, What's really great is you can just see your P&L right there for you, right at the top, the amount of margin that you have on account. And then if you look at the chart, you can see that your position is on the chart as well. So you can see the price level that your position is open at compared to the chart movement in general. A very good way of seeing it all here. Very simple also to have your profit and loss right there for you. If I go back out of here, we can very easily trade out of this position. You can press X on the side, or if you go into the bet itself, it's right at the bottom, just press close trade. You can see my profit and loss just jumping around break even, but I can just close the trade out. That trade has been confirmed. So then I can view my open positions. And of course, I don't have any because I just traded out of that position. Check out the links and other useful videos in the description. I'll list way more in there for you. Best of luck with your trading. That's it for this one though. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.